Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. You know who I am. I am your host, Marcus Johnson. You're live with TST Radio. Thank you for tuning in. Today, we're going to kick it off with a little UFC. If you're a UFC fan, you can recall back in December, Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo. Conor McGregor knocked him out 13 seconds. I know if you listen to my show, you've heard me tell this story many of times, every time we talk about Jose Aldo and Conor McGregor, because that's the only fight they have had when they fought for the belt. Conor McGregor knocked him out 13 seconds. Jose Aldo never got his rematch because of the Conor McGregor and Nate Diaz feud that went on. So he got pushed to the side, never got his rematch fight for that belt. So he's upset because, the UFC did state that if Conor McGregor's next fight wasn't to defend the 145 belt, that they was going to strip him of it. But I guess there was a change of plans and that didn't happen. So maybe Conor McGregor can trash talk Jose Aldo to get back in the octagon and fight it out instead of retiring. That's what I'm hoping all this turn out to, all this back and forth. More UFC, Michael Bisping versus St. Pierre will not happen. I know a lot of people was very, very excited when they heard that Michael Bisping was offered and he accepted the fight to fight St. Pierre. But it will not happen. St. Pierre tweeted that the UFC and he could not come to agreement. Coach in college football in 2016, earning up to $9.4 million. Nick Saban is still at the second spot with he's right at, I would round it out to $7 million. He's like in the high $6 millions, I rounded out to $7 million. He's right at $7 million. Urban Meyer tops $6 million. Bob Stoops, Jimbo Fisher, Charlie Strong, Kevin Sumlin, all of those guys are earning up to $5 million a piece. So, hey, that's a lot of money flying around there, man. Moving on, Ole Miss. News is they might be without two offensive linemen Saturday coming in to play Auburn. And Auburn could be without, they are. I think that's gonna hurt them. The talent that those two guys have, I think it's gonna play a factor in that depth. How like nickel and dime backs. They were probably the go-to guys for that. So hey, that might hurt them. News is good news for Auburn that Kerryon Johnson will be back in the lineup. So that will be great news. Like I reported earlier, we will have to see who will get the start at Auburn in the backfield with Kerryon Johnson and coming back off his ankle injury, and Cameron Petway coming off an amazing game. So we'll have to see where Gus goes. He's fought in the United States, so pretty sure you saw him. The guy reminds me of Conor McGregor. The guy he's a great talent. That's sad that he won't be able to fight in that. I was interested in streaming that any way I could, but that will not happen. It forces him out of that fight. So hopefully he get better soon. Off in Tuscaloosa, news in Tuscaloosa, Micah Fitzpatrick was seen working with the safeties. I know I reported that I thought that Tony Brown would be that guy to step in right there, but it was Micah Fitzpatrick. They're going to move him from the corner position and try to get him to the safety position. I know Nick Saban said that they like to see guys at the safety position with better ball skills. Spurs. Everybody's surprised. Everybody's saying that Durant made the Warriors worse. I don't think he made them worse. They just got to gel together. Like I said, this team is not just going to come in and just run over everybody in the NBA. These guys are in the NBA for a reason. These other guys. You know, so they're not just going to come in and just run over people just because they picked up Durant. No, they're going to have the defenseless. He was not defenseless. So if that's what you're going by, throw it out the window. But if the rules do state that that goes out the window if you leave with the crown of your helmet, it might have been targeting. I felt like he left his feet, but I don't know. I say don't investigate it. Why investigate it? The game is over. That didn't cause them the game. That didn't cause them to lose the game. So it's over with, you know. But the hit that was on Damian Harrison, I do agree with that because he was defenseless. He wasn't looking at him. He was trying to make the tackle, and you hit helmet to helmet. So I do agree with that call, not being biased or any of that. That's just my opinion. But unfortunately, that is my time for today. I am your host, Marcus Johnson. Thank you for tuning in to TST Radio. We appreciate